great time. And hopefully next year.
And maybe even some of us older owners is, but I'm back.
Hey Dev Booms, what's up? Big T here, back with another video. And I've been trying to do this video for like a couple weeks now, probably 3 weeks, and I just haven't gotten around to it. This is my review of the, I don't even know what to call it, the HDMI video capture. That's all it says, there's no name on it. Yeah, this is a fantastic, and I mean fantastic little device. And it is actually really well built for 20 bucks. This thing will capture 4K, 30 frames per second, 1080p at 60 frames. Really good. Obviously, it's not the high end, top end, 4K 60 or whatever. But I think 4K 30 is really good, and 1080p 60 is really good because this damn thing is only $21. I don't know why it's a weird $21, not like $19.99 or something. But I think I paid $20.99, something weird. Yeah, that's all this thing costs. For what it does, it is amazing. And it will definitely be replacing this thing. And it looks really crusty. It's only because you can see I had tape on this. Because I had it holding up against, on my TV area. So I could have it out where I could see it. I taped it up there so it'll stay. And then I actually put a little Velcro thing on the back to make it hold. And that didn't hold either, so it was a pain. But the tape actually held. So yeah, I'm taking this down because I'm going to be selling this bad boy right here and getting, probably $100 out of it, at least, right? This is the Elgato HD60 capture device. And it's okay. I mean, it does its job. But my problem was, a little bigger than what this could handle, apparently. Well, at least in my setup. So, if you guys know, I was struggling for a long time, months and months, trying to get my live stream and then capture to work on my PC. And eventually I got to a point where my streaming would last for an hour and a half, as far as like, especially if I'm doing like game streaming or whatnot. It would last about an hour and a half before my computer would just freeze. I don't know if it was just I don't know if it was I'm sure it's not the Elgato. I don't know. It was a combination of my camera. My camera was acting up, not wanting to work. And then like the software for OBS, Streamlabs OBS was giving me issues with the combination of my camera. And it just was not talking well to each other. And I like to do my Mac thing, because I could trust Macs. I don't trust PCs. Freaking issues that are just all over the place with drivers and just like just what do you call it, virtual memory, all kinds of nonsense. You have to be a damn near a PC engineer to just be able to run your PC. And I just got tired of dealing with those issues. That's one of the reasons I can't stand PC. But anyway, Macs are extremely easy to use. They're just super expensive. That's the problem with them. So I would rather do my setup through that. But the problem is my Mac doesn't have, USB 2.0. And you need that for Elgato HD60s and up to work. I think that maybe the S doesn't need it, HD60S doesn't need it, but this one does. And I wasn't going to go out and buy another capture card. That's $150, and I have to worry about selling this, and then it was just a pain. I didn't want to do all that. And so I just started doing some research on YouTube, seeing what people were doing as far as, doing their stuff on Mac. Because again, I have no issues live streaming on my Mac. I have no problem ever. My only thing was that my capture card wasn't compatible with my Mac because my Mac Mini is what I use. It's a 2012 Mac Mini, and I love it because it's upgradable and it kicks the pants off of 2020 Macs if you upgrade it to to get the best out of it. So I'm like, what am I going to do? So I started researching Macs and what people were doing to get around that issue. And I just came across somebody talking about, I almost dropped it again. Talking about this little lovely thing here and how blown away they were about it. I'm like, there's no way a $20 capture card is going to be worth anything. And not only is it worth anything, it's worth way more than they're charging for it. There's a little issue with it. I'll give you that, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But even the build of this thing is really nice. This is aluminum. This is pretty solid. This is not aluminum. This is plastic, and this costs what? 7 times more than what this cost. Insane. So very solid device. And so I put this thing through the ringer, and this does not require HDMI 2.0, not HDMI, USB 2.0. It does not require that, so it works just fine with my Mac. But there's only one issue. You see, you got the USB, or you got the HDMI in from your game device. Put your HDMI into your game device, and this USB obviously goes into your computer to capture. But the problem is, you have to be capturing from a window in OBS. You can't to be playing the game. That's the way you have to see it if you only have this. So what you have to do is spend a little bit more money and get a splitter. So you have two HDMI. You have a splitter. You have your HDMI going to the splitter, right, for your game capture, and then one out to this to capture into your computer, and then one out to the TV, so you can actually play the game on the TV and not have to look at the capture window. But the cool thing about that is that using the capture window almost works, because there's almost no lag. There's lag, but there's almost no lag. I was able to play, non-competitive games just fine using the capture window in OBS as my TV screen, basically. And it worked just fine, but obviously more faster-paced games, it's not going to work. So if you're streaming like Call of Duty or something, this is not going to be a good idea, because it's Call of Duty is fast and quick. But if you're just streaming like an RPG or even a platformer, like I said, there's almost no lag. But for me, I just wanted to have a bigger screen to play the game on, a bigger window to play the game on. So I bought like a little $12 HDMI splitter. So like I said, it comes out of your game console, the HDMI, that goes into the splitter, right? And then you have to run two HDMIs out of that splitter. One goes into here, which goes into your computer, and then one goes out to your viewing device, your TV, your monitor, whatever. And it works fantastic. $21 puts this thing not to shame, but I can't even I don't think I can. This doesn't do 4K. This only does 1080p anyway. 1080p. This does 1080p. It does 1080p 60, but 1080p, as far as I remember. Maybe it does 4K. I'm not sure. But this does 4K 30. And it looks great. It looks fantastic. The image quality is really good. I have zero complaints about this. And so why are we spending all of this money, $150 and $200 for capture cards, when there's these options out here? Now, how long will this last? I mean, that's a thing I don't know. But I don't see why it wouldn't last a good long while. Even if it only lasted a couple years, I got my money's worth, I should buy another one at that point, right? Or, maybe my setup and situation will be a little bit better by then. But this is fantastic for me right now. And I just can't say enough good things about it. So if you're somebody out there who thinks, oh man, I want to do some streaming and whatnot on my channel, but I don't want to spend $150 to get a capture card, you don't have to. Get this thing, get the splitter. You're spending $30, $32, $32 to $35 with taxes or whatever, shipping or whatever. And you got an excellent capture card. And I just wanted to put this out there for you guys, because like I said, I discovered this, and everybody needs to know about these things. They need to sell. I'm not getting a kickback. I'm getting no money for this. But anytime I discover something really cool, like the Switch VR headset thing, when I discovered that and it worked great, I put it out there. My Kaiko HDMI converter for my GameCube, when I discovered that, used it, it was great. Put it out there. Honestly, these people should be paying me because, first of all, that VR headset, that video has like 47,000 views on it, and counting. I mean, it just keeps getting views. It keeps growing and growing and growing. And the Kaiko video is a few thousand as well, as I think. So I should be getting a kickback, but I'm not. But these are great products, so I want to put them out there. And yes, you can get great stuff for cheap. You don't have to go out and buy the high-end thing. It's not that it's going to be that much better, if it is any better. And from what I've seen, from my use, this is at least on par with this. And obviously it's better because it's in my setup. So I'm going to clean this off, clean this gunk, this tape residue, sticky tape residue off of here, put this bad boy on eBay and make myself, 80 to 100 bucks. And that's counting, the cost of this. I can make I'll maybe make $100 off of this when I sell it, because I don't need it. I haven't used it since I got this, and so I can live stream, I can multi-stream and everything beautifully on this little thing here, and it's great. And it doesn't need a power source. I don't think this needs a power source either, though. It just has the USB out, so you can record. But like I said, the good thing about this is they're HDMI in, HDMI out, so you can come in here and then still go out to the TV, and your feed actually goes through your USB cable. So that's where you're recording with that. But with this you have only an HDMI in, and you have to stick this in your computer for it to work. But get a splitter, it's all good. So yeah, I wanted to show you guys this because I just think it's really awesome and super cheap. And if you're looking for something, definitely check this out. I highly recommend this. I'll leave a link in the description below. I'll leave a link in the top comment. I'll pin the comment, so if you guys want to go on Amazon and pick this up, because it is great. And again, I'm not making any money off of it, but I think if something is really cool and great value, I'll point it out to you guys. So yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment below. And I'll see you fools in the next one. Peace.